A mournful gathering meant to showcase unity. But in Lunel, a tiny town in southern France, even this small crowd had difficulty truly bridging their differences.
Not all Muslims are terrorists, only a small group are fundamentalists. They want power, they want to flood the planet. But I do have a problem with migrants. They're like a Trojan horse, you know. Some of the migrants are trained and they have contacts to get weapons.
At the remembrance ceremony for the victims, attendees were somber for more than the obvious reasons. Many Muslims in the crowd had been worried about worsening attitudes toward them even before the horrific attacks in Paris. Now they say they're as scared as they are sad.
Every time someone looks at me in the street, I feel they think we are at fault. But we have nothing to do with what happened in Paris. We are heartbroken for those who are living this tragedy.
25-year-old Malik, who was born and grew up in Lunel, tells me Islamophobia really began setting in last year. Once it was discovered that several young Muslim men from here hadn't just been radicalized, they'd also gone to wage war in Syria.
In Lunel, there are many young people from my generation who joined up to fight with terrorists. We don't understand why they did that, and we don't want to be associated with them. We want people to know we are, above all else, French.
Townsfolk are still at pains to comprehend how a community of less than 30,000 people and full of postcard views like these could have become a possible breeding ground for radicalization. But the growing confusion doesn't diminish the rising anger. With the French government's stated aim of both expelling radical imams and dissolving radical mosques, houses of worship like this one, the BARAKA mosque, which had been under investigation even before the Charlie Hebdo attacks, will almost certainly come under even more scrutiny. 6 men who died fighting in Syria in 2014 had attended this mosque. Now, another 4 worshippers tell us they've been instructed by police not to leave Lunel and to report to the local police station several times a day. It's why so many of the faithful here continue to pray for guidance, even though mosque officials are at a loss on how exactly to proceed.
I am concerned about how to follow our religion in Lunel. It's not important who wins elections, the right or the left, we are all French.
But during these times of deepening polarization, many Muslims here wonder if that one commonality will ultimately continue to be enough to get them all through this. Mohammed Jamjoum, Al Jazeera, Lunel, France.